Okay, this is the American Rambler with your host Paul Grafton. Uh, Today, as usual, we have Felonious Female Fridays, where we discuss the things that the news doesn't want you to know about, such as the FBI saying there are 3 times as many female pedophiles in schools than there are male pedophiles. Okay, alright, so here we have Ohio Catholic school teacher who had sex. Sorry, it's not sex, it's grape with 15-year-old boy, gets probation. I guess this one gets the pink pass. And so let's find out what happened. An Ohio high school teacher who pled guilty to having sex with a 15-year-old boy, that should be read as raping a 15-year-old boy, was sentenced to probation and community service on Tuesday. Carissa McAllister, 22, was also a cross-country and track coach at Steubenville Catholic Central High School at the time of the assault. Doesn't have to worry about losing her teacher's license because with private schools, you're not required to have a teacher's license. So, unless she gets registered as a sex offender, she's free to do it again at a different school, as long as it's a private school. So did she have to register as a sex offender? McAllister took a plea deal in which she admitted to the assault in exchange for a sentence of 2 years probation and 80 hours community service. Oh, really? If she violates those terms, she could face 30 months in jail. Okay, the victim is riding in a car. No. Evidently, nope, she does not have to register as a sex offender. So, she will be free to do this again. Okay, this one a little better, and I think this is the first male writer that I've seen that actually states what it actually is. Teacher's aide charged with sexually assaulting student. A 30-year-old Bucks County teacher's aide has been charged with statutory sexual assault of a 14-year-old student. You have to remember, they will not allow a female to be charged with rape because they defined rape as penetration, not forced to penetrate. Yeah, and I know some are saying, well, how could it be rape? Well, you have to understand, fear is also a reaction. Also, has anyone explained why we get morning wood? Okay, so continuing. Jenny Lynn DeRoff is also charged with felony involuntary deviant sexual intercourse. Yeah, she's definitely a deviant. Unlawful conduct with a minor, aggravated indecent assault, and institutional sexual assault, as well as a misdemeanor counts of indecent assault and corruption of minors. Wow, they really went after her. Yeah, she looks like a overage social justice warrior with a dual color hair. Okay, so that's another one. Oh, here. A sex teacher one plots for talking frankly about consent, but students say she blurred the lines. Yeah, definitely. Megan Falby was well known and well liked for her upfront and shame-free approach to health and sex education, but in the classroom and in several private group chats she maintained with students, she continually blurred the lines, current and former students told police and VT Digger. The veteran U32 middle high school educator resigned from her post midway through the year and has now been accused by the Department for Children and Family Investigators of sending inappropriate sexual messages to 2 students. In other words, she was trying to groom a couple of boys. Okay. U32 officials announced Falby's departure May 1st, writing an email to students and their families that she was taking leave for the remainder of the year for personal reasons. No, you are being investigated for trying to groom minors. Okay. Former substitute teacher gets probation for affair with student. Once again, affair instead of grape. No, when the child cannot consent, it is not an affair. And Tanika Queen, I'm pretty sure you can guess what type of this person is. A former long-term substitute teacher at Hyde Park Middle School was ordered to serve 5 years probation Thursday for an affair. No, David Farrar of Las Vegas Review-Journal, it is not an affair. It is statutory grape, sexual assault with a male student. Tanika Bella Queen pleaded guilty in April to 2 felonies, luring child to engage in a sexual act and sexual conduct by a school employee and pupil. Oh, Michael Roberts. Okay, here we go again. This one, teacher Katerina Bartos, guilty of 40 to 50 sex acts with middle school students. No, not sex acts. This is grape. We hear all too often about teachers accused of having sex with underage students. Indeed, in 2012, we published a roundup of 5 teachers. Yeah, I talked about the less. So she gets a pink pass. This one is rich. Former teacher's aide in Pickaway County accused of raping student seeks insanity plea. Yes, Holly Zachary, I'm very glad that, that's the one thing I can agree with the female reporters. Most of the time they are the ones that actually use the proper term for what these female pedoes do to these male boys, these underage boys, who really don't have a chance and just make things worse for them. The attorney for a former teacher's aide for Tees Valley Local School in Pickaway County, who is accused of raping a student, has asked for mental competency evaluation of her client and filed for the initial paperwork Friday for not guilty by reason of a sanity plea. Mandy Davis, 33, was to have a pretrial hearing in Pickaway County Police Court, but her court-appointed attorney, Kendra Keena Lieber, a great feminist attorney, instead filed the paperwork requesting for an evaluation. Davis now in other paperwork setting insanity. So it's a male judge with a feminist lawyer. So, and female, so I'm pretty sure it's going to happen and she's going to get a pink pass. She pleaded guilty to all charges on June 10th. The grand jury indicted her on a first-degree rape charge, as well as felony charges of gross sexual imposition, sexual battery, importuning, and unlawful sexual conduct with a minor. And here, Elkhorn South High School band director, who had been placed on administrative leave in the midst of an investigation into an alleged inappropriate relationship. Inappropriate, this is not inappropriate. Nancy Gardner, like I said, most, not all, because here Nancy Gardner, this is not inappropriate. Okay, inappropriate sounds like, okay, I cheated on my husband. No, Michelle Bluford, 55, was arrested suspicion of a Class 3A felony. I was surprised. At first I thought this was a male teacher by the look of the picture, but no, it's not. She's alleged to have initiated and nurtured a relationship. No, it's not initiate, nurture a relationship. It is called grooming. She is a pedophile for 3 years, including from June 2017 to June 2019, according to the arrest warrant. Last month, the district placed band teachers at Elkhorn South on all summer band activities. Bluford was admitted to the Douglas County Jail on Monday. I love how they say it's admitted like she was going to the hospital. Okay, so don't forget to check below for my social media sites. Alright, thank you. This has been Paul Grafton with the American Rambler.